Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Mob Psycho 100. Last time, we had a big old dude who showed up, fought Reagan, but mainly fought Dimple, and then went and found the Body Improvement Club because they found Mob, and then Dimple possessed the captain, and then was able to defeat him, and then Mob woke up and was appraised of the situation. So, yeah, that was pretty much that. It's starting to get towards the end of the day, so I'm getting tired, so why don't we just go ahead and jump right in to this episode. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. Here we go. Oh, okay. I was kind of waiting that whole time to be like, can you predict Reagan? Probably not. I don't think anybody can predict Reagan. But at the same time, it was just the fact that he was distracted, He was distracted by Mob's power level, so Reagan just walked up and whooped his ass, So, that was fun. I love... This is one of Reagan's special moves. He doesn't really know whether or not he has self-defense, so he yells it just in case. It's like, that's the dumbest fucking thing, but I love it. It's so Reagan, I mean, Reagan is basically this show's equivalent of Mr. Magoo, Like, he gets into all of these fights with espers, and he somehow gets out of it just fine, I want to believe somehow he'll somehow have the landing blow on the boss, Suzuki. We'll have to see. But now, we're going in for that final battle. With 2 episodes left in the season, we are going to have Mob versus Suzuki. This is going to be great. So, show. I can't really get a read on Show, Like, he's so strange. It's like he had the whole thing in season 1 of, it's like, oh, the power and real power and everyone else is weak and everything like that. But it's like, but then here he's just like, yeah, but my dad sucks, so I don't know. It's like, I feel like I don't know him enough to really, like, figure him out, So... But I mean, even the whole thing of like, the weaklings and stuff like that, like, he still likes, apparently he does like Ritsu, Maybe it's not even a thing of weaklings, he's really strong, he's gonna see if he can fight the best, and that's that, Like, yeah, he beat the crap out of Ritsu last season. And then he beat the crap out of the last of the Scars, the gas mask guy. And that's that. He doesn't like what his dad is doing, so he tried to stop him. That's basically it, That is basically it. I don't know. I don't know anything else about him. So, it's like, he's not really a bad guy. He's just, I don't know. He's just sort of wrong place at the wrong time to get a good impression on him, He just didn't have a good first impression, I guess. So, yeah. We released Mogami for a few seconds. That was crazy. Which... That's the thing, man, with the huge spectacle that he was, it's like, man, so, and, because the boss, he also said, like, he spent 20 years looking for an Esper who was stronger than him, and he didn't find anyone. Obviously, he hasn't found Mob, but does that mean that the boss then is stronger than Mogami? I would assume. Mogami, especially with that and the fact that it's like, oh, he got away now, it's like, that's an interesting sort of dynamic with him. Like, I'll be curious if he kind of becomes a final villain. I mean, I don't know. Technically, Mob did already beat him, you know? I don't know. But that was interesting that, you know, you kind of had to, I guess, talk him down, basically, of killing the one guy. You know, it's like, oh, you know, we have to give him the chance to change. And he's like, all right. But, I mean, it is a difficult thing, you know? It is, it's kind of the argument of why doesn't Batman kill the Joker, you know? Because it's like, oh, well, you know, Batman, and not that he's, you know, trying to search for the good in the Joker, but, you know, for him, it's a whole other thing. But it is still the argument of, well, if you killed the Joker, then, you know, all of these problems, you know, at least these problems go away. Sure, more problems can arise. There might be new villains, but you've at least eliminated the possibility that the Joker will take more lives, you know? And so it's kind of a similar thing here where it's, you know, and the not killing is, you know, for different reasons, basically, but it is sort of the same thing here where Mob, it's like, well, Mob, if you did this, then these threats are gone. But to him, he can't do it, and he has to find the light within someone, you know? And he believes that people can change. I mean, hell, look at all of his new friends. Look at, especially just down to Teruki, you know? I love that Teruki even says about Gordon, which I don't remember his name, so I'm just going to call him Gordon. That's an old Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reference, if anyone knows that one. But yeah, like, with that one, I like how Teruki says, like, no, I think he's been traumatized. He might even turn over a good leaf now, or turn over a new leaf now and change his life. It's like, yeah, he knows that because he was in that exact same position where he was on top of the world and then he got his ass kicked, you know? So I enjoyed that. And then we did get a bit of the boss's power. So I was wrong about, which I pretty much debunked it immediately, but I was wrong about Suzuki kind of being a stand-in, or like another Reagan, basically, which I think would have been really funny, but unless it's something like he's possessed by an evil spirit and he doesn't actually have powers, that'd be kind of funny, but I kind of doubt it, you know? But we did have the comparison to Mob, you know? That, you know, Ritsu was always worried that, you know, someday Mob might go berserk with his powers, you know? But that's exactly what Suzuki is doing, so yeah. So that's interesting, and it'll be a very interesting fight, I think, between Mob and Suzuki. So yeah, and then they finally beat the shit out of Gordon, where is basically while he's distracted, he can't predict the next thing, you know? So that worked out. I really enjoyed that fight and how they did that. And then, yeah, just the fact that, again, he was distracted. He was distracted by Mob's insane power level that he didn't see Reagan just walk up and, you know, just beat the shit out of him while yelling self-defense, you know? So, freaking Reagan, he's so great. But yeah, but now Mob must go alone. He's still got Dimple, but he must go alone in order to face the boss. So yeah, it'll be very, very interesting to see this fight. I'm very, very excited. But yeah, it felt like a bit of a shorter discussion, but oh well, that happens sometimes. That is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Mob Psycho 100 reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.